What's up, Team Lethal fans? We're going Bronco crazy over here with the all-new dual-port blow-off valve from Turbosmart for the Bronco 2.3 and 2.7 liter. We're going to head over to WBA Performance, talk a little bit about this, and then install it on our Bronco. So what is a blow-off valve? Well, a blow-off valve is used in turbocharged applications to help bleed off boost in the charge pipe during deceleration so you do not damage your turbo. Well, your 2.3 liter and your 2.7 liter Bronco come with a recirculating valve from the factory. Why do they do that? Well, to keep things quiet during normal operation. It also recirculates that air back into the intake tract. Now, the reason why we're going to be installing the Turbosmart compact blow-off valve on our Bronco is because we're tuned by Whipple superchargers. We're making more boost than the truck is designed to make from the factory. Now, that factory valve that's on there from Ford may not be able to handle and manage that boost properly, so this is the one that will. Regardless of whether you're tuned or not, going with a Turbosmart compact blow-off valve is definitely an upgrade over your factory valve. Now, choosing the correct one, you've got two different options. You've got one that recirculates just like the factory valve does for quiet operation. Then you've got the dual port, which is a 50-50 that actually recirculates 50% of the air back into the intake tract, while 50% goes out to atmosphere and makes that sound. So this is actually the first valve being delivered thanks to our friends over at Turbosmart. My man Marty and Chris hooked it up. Let's take a look exactly at what they sent us. All right, so here we go. Let's open this thing up. Let me show you guys what comes from Turbosmart. We've got their valve here, which comes with O-rings already pre-installed. You've actually got this connector as well. This is going to plug directly into your factory electronics. This is a direct replacement for your factory valve and will not mess with anything with your calibration. You will also not get any check engine lights at all. So there's the valve. We've also got this little billet flange, which is going to help us mount it, and a couple of screws. So let's go over to our Bronco and show you how we install it. Guys, here we are with our Bronco. Installation should really only be about 5 minutes and use only two simple tools. We've got a E6 socket here, which is going to help us to remove these off the factory valve, and we're using a little Phillips head screwdriver. We've got 3 studs here, which we're going to remove, but first, we're going to disconnect the factory electric connector from the valve. Pull the white pin back, squeeze down on the connector, and pull it away. Now we're going to remove the 3 bolts that hold the factory valve to the charge pipe. Very easy. So simple. Even the Mustang King can do it. There's one. There's 2. And number 3. This is something that you can do in your driveway, in your garage, very simple, even in a parking lot. It's that easy. We've got the factory valve now removed from the vehicle, and now it's time for some Turbosmart love. Woo! So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you do have both of the O-rings still on here, because that's going to ensure proper sealing of the Turbosmart valve to your factory charge pipe. You're going to install this flange. Now, you can see there's a little indent here. Just slide that on in there. It's going to allow you to put that flange over the valve. And then that open portion of the flange is actually going to face almost kind of downward. I'm going to get that this bolt hole right here lined up top with this. And I'm going to aim the valve so the electric wires are facing forward just like the factory valve was. And we're going to install these screws. And I'm going to turn on number 3 before we start tightening them all down. Now, what's neat about that flange from Turbosmart is that you can actually change the direction of where this valve is actually going to blow off the excess air to atmosphere. So if you prefer to aim it towards, let's say, the engine bay a little more, have that valve face your firewall, or you want to turn it away, you can actually turn it more towards the front of the vehicle, depending on what type of sound you want. So I'm going to put it just like this as the factory one was, but you do not need to do that. We're going to tighten these up right here. Make sure that it's seated properly. Make sure that they're nice and snug. Don't want to over tighten them and strip out the threads on the factory flange there because it's plastic, but just make sure they're nice and snug so that the O-rings seal properly. And then we're going to reconnect the factory electric connector to the one on the Turbosmart valve, and you'll actually see that there's a little spot here. It's going to help lock it in place. That goes towards the actual clip. Put it on, lock that white clip in place, and the valve is installed. That's how easy it is. All right, Joe, so let's clean this up, go out, and hear some psh sounds.
Yeah.
You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Definitely noticeable. Got that nice blow-off sound. Psh, I like it. All right, let's roll the windows down. Let you hear how it sounds from inside the cabin with the windows down. Nice. All right, let's go take it for a ride. Here we go. We're inside the Bronco. Let's hear how it sounds.
Old white one.
Yep, here we go. Broncos function perfectly. There's no check engine light. Does not change anything having to do with the calibration or tune, anything like that. Let's see if we can get it to make that blow-off sound. There we go. And that basically happens when you let off the throttle. It helps prevent the turbo from any type of damage. So whether you've got a 2.3 or 2.7 liter Bronco running the factory calibration or tuned by, let's say, Whipple, JB4, or VR tuning, the Turbosmart compact blow-off valve is definitely an upgrade for you. These are all available here at lethalperformance.com. Feel free to reach out to us, 561-753-8105. And if you like our videos, please subscribe, like, and comment, and we'll be glad to answer any questions you guys may have. Woo! You're going to want to go with the 50-50 because it's going to vent 50% of that air to atmosphere when you get off the throttle. All right.
Dual port, but
That's what it says, dual port.
it said 50-50. Go with the 50-50.
Go with 50-50?
No, go with, you want to say go with the dual port. But you
Got a dual port, yeah, dual port 50-50.
Dual port.
Yeah, but then I explained it already that it does 50-50. Joe, Christ, man. All right.